Good morning, how are we doing? Hope you're good. So in this particular show we are going to discuss the importance or the understanding of where to start when building some sense of direction. Alright, so let's get into the nitty gritty. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Boardman, and if you are coming through, please let me know by hitting the love heart button. Just give it a tap so I know that you've been through and you've watched and I can see who's part of it. And just comment for me on your comments here. And I just want you to comment whether you struggle to find direction or not. Do you struggle to find direction or not? Yes or no? Be honest. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to everyone just because you want to say that you do have it. If you don't have it, you don't. If you do, you do. Brilliant. All right. So last night I ran my masterclass, Finding Purposeful Direction masterclass. Really great evening with the guys that attended, and we didn't get bed till late. It was like almost a 2-hour session. It was really powerful, and I'm going to be putting up the recording soon for people. So I think direction is one of those things that is actually probably in a worse state than I thought. Now, last night I asked the guys in the masterclass, how long have you not had direction for? And many of the guys were open and honest, and it was really good that they were, because many of them said most of their life. A lot of them were throwing out 10 years, 20 years. A lot of those guys were like 50 and turning around reflecting, going, man, like, you know, I don't think I've had direction. Me personally, I feel like it should be something like direction, vision, planning, goal setting. All of that stuff should be taught at secondary school. I feel like we maybe don't understand how to find direction. Maybe we don't know how to implement it. Maybe we're not aware of it. I think there's a multitude of reasons maybe why there is no direction in our lives. Okay. But wherever you are, I think what's really important is, how do we start finding it? How do we start paying attention to it? How do we start implementing that into our daily life? I know that for me, right up until I was 23, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I went through the college thing, I did a bit of travelling, I didn't really know what I wanted, I didn't know where I was going. I ended up being a store manager for McDonald's, and I used to run a local store, loads of staff, took loads of money. It was a great career, not what I wanted to do. Then I found the military and the Royal Marines, and this is the first time in those 23 years that I'd ever felt direction, like I was on a path, like I felt like I belonged to something. And belonging to something is an essential part of having direction. So when I look at the guys who are in my mastermind, I like to feel that the majority of them would feel a sense of direction and purpose by being in there with lots of like-minded men. We're all on this boat, all on this journey together. And I think that when we're trying to discover direction, there's a couple of things that I want to teach you to bear in mind in terms of consideration. Now, I think with direction, it's something that we overthink. And I think it's something, because we don't pay too much attention to or don't really know how to build, we just bury our head in the sand with it. So that way we're left on a day-to-day basis just going around on this hamster wheel. So just kind of being reactive, just kind of waking up and going with the flow, not really knowing where we're going. And what we want to try and create is this North Star that we want to follow. So it becomes like a blueprint or a route card or a map of direction, of like, this is the end point that I want to get to, and these are the stones and milestones and checkpoints that I want to hit to get me to that place. So I think the first thing that we have to understand is, look, let's not go mental here. Let's try and focus on May. Let's focus on May, okay? Let's focus on, what do I want to achieve by the end of May? So we use the 4-pillar system: health, relationships, personal development, and business/career. And what you'll do is go, right, I just want to choose one thing per pillar that I want to achieve in May. So you can write that down. In fact, if you want to do that as a task in this video, what I want you to do is do it in the comments. Because if you're consuming the content, you might as well actually action it and get involved. So write it all down. This is the one thing I want to achieve in my health. One thing I want to achieve in my personal development, in my relationships, in my career. And that's what I'm going to focus on. That is what I focus on. Every single morning, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have it laid out on my desk or on the dining room table or on the fridge, and I'm going to connect with it. So this is how we start building direction. So not only do we have accountability because we've got it up and we can visually see it, and you've got to say to yourself, man, what am I doing about getting this here? All right. How am I getting to this point? We then suddenly have an action plan, a battle plan. So then in the first week we go, all right, this is what I need to do to achieve that 28-day plan. Okay, this is what I need to do in week 2. This is what I need to do in week 3. This is what I need to do in week 4. And at the end of each day, you kind of come back to and go, did I do what I said I was going to do? So you say 2 things a day that move you closer to hitting those goals. They're your 2 outcomes. Suddenly, you have a sense of purpose. Suddenly, there is a path created for these 28 days. And what you can do is you can do that for a couple of months. You can do, right, we're going to do that for May. We're going to do that for June. Right, I feel like I'm getting into some momentum here because we're only as good as our momentum. Right now, I'm going to do it for the 3rd quarter. So for the 3rd quarter, you do exactly the same thing, but then you break it down into, this is what I need to achieve in month 1, month 2, month 3, and then suddenly we're building up that direction. It's about having something to connect to. If you're waking up and not even sure what direction you're going, or not sure what you're working towards, or not sure what the purpose of your day is or purpose of your week is, then it's time to start implementing these simple strategies. Yep, kids are our purpose. Great. So let's lead these kids. Let's show them what having direction looks like. Talk to them about what you're doing. Talk to your missus about what you're doing. Combine the 2 together. Get them involved. And this is this type of stuff that I'm desperately trying to implement within men's lives, because as soon as you have this, what you start doing is killing anxiety. It's killing overthinking. It's killing depression. It's improving your mental and emotional health. Because certainty and clarity brings strength. Certainty and clarity brings strength. It brings strength about what you're doing. It makes you feel a belonging. It makes you feel fulfilled. It makes you feel purposeful. So I want you to give those exercises a go. I want you to be able to really focus and home in on just something as simple as those first 28 days. And if you're somebody that has been advanced and following me and doing it, make sure you're following those plans. Make sure you've got your 3-month plans. Make sure you're checking in on them every single day. It doesn't take a lot of work to write them out, stick them on the fridge or stick them in your diary and connect with them every single day. And you will fail. And there will be days when you don't do what you said you're going to do. That's just reality. That is just a reality. But better to fail on one day with a plan that you can come back to than fail and have no plan to come back to and just slip into that failure mentality that you carry around within here. And it's never failure. It's just a learning experience. You're just gaining experience as you go along, which is continuously strengthening your character and your internal belief system. Bouncing back, bouncing back, bouncing back. Fall down, get back up, let's go again. Over and over and over again. So having that direction is really, really important. So we're going to be teaching this on our 5-day challenge. And if you have never done a 5-day challenge, I recommend getting one. If you've done a 5-day challenge and you need a refresher, I advise you getting on. The link's above here somewhere. On the posts, or if you're on Instagram, on the link on my bio, or if you're on YouTube, on the description. Get yourself hooked up, get yourself focused, get yourself hungry, bring the energy, bring the focus, bring the attention. Even just registering for that gives you direction, because you've got something to work towards. There's a sense of purpose. Like, man, I'm going to do these 5 days, I'm going to throw myself in at the deep end, and I'm working towards something. And all of the content that we'll be doing next week and all of the masterclasses that are coming next week will allow you to work on yourself. Make sense? Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of the things that we've spoken about today. Give me your points of view. We'd love for you to be able to, you know, it's very difficult when you're just standing in the middle of a beach talking to your phone. Communication's key, connection's key. Let me know, and hopefully I'll see you on the other side on that 5-day challenge. Have a good day.